There we go. Yeah, let's get rocking. Beautiful.
Okay.
Yay. Thanks for your patience.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Good morning. Oh my goodness, this is so exciting. Wow. I'm curious. Give me a thumbs up. Who knows my name? Thumbs up. Whoa. Everyone knows my name? Wow, what's my name?
T-Mac or
T-Mac.
Trevor McKenzie.
Yeah, T-Mac or Trevor McKenzie. So this is really exciting. So I teach high school scholars, but I also am so blessed I get to travel to schools like PVS and teach teachers. And that's why you see all these teachers in the room today. I've been working with your teacher on a pretty fantastic lesson. And all the teachers in the room, they're learners today, and they're here to watch the lesson. And then they're all going to be asked to go do the same lesson with their scholars. So the lesson you're going to experiment and experience today, they're all going to go do with their classrooms. So today we're going to do a lesson that is really focusing on two things, right? We're focusing on collaboration. So think in your head, what does collaboration look like? And then another thing we're going to work on today is research. And we're actually going to talk a little bit about both collaboration and research today. So I'm excited to watch and learn and teach. And then way at the back, you can all wave to the robot. Can you wave to the robot? Isn't that funny? So I'm wearing this really fancy necklace, and wherever I walk in the room, what does the robot do? It follows me. And then when I go over here, it follows me too. And so the device at the back is actually recording my voice, and it's recording my teaching, and it's also recording your teacher's teaching. And then we're going to use the recording to teach other teachers at other schools, not at PVS. At other schools around the world even are going to watch this lesson and see the things that your teacher and I have planned, which is really exciting. Because the learning in this room matters. The learning in this room really does matter. So let's talk more about the lesson. Do you want to walk them through a little bit of what the lesson looks like?
Yeah, so it's going to do something that you guys already know and that we've been practicing with, right? One of our newest routines with the base and the expert groups, right? We've been doing base and expert groups in math, but we are going to stretch ourselves and do it with something different today. And then we're also going to be working on something called a trading card. So that's going to be something that's new, along with us stretching our thinking in our research skills. So I know that we've been working on who people are impacts the world around them. So today we're going to kind of go and stay in these two lines of inquiry on how like everyday people can make changes, right? And you guys came up with it. Sometimes it can be good change, not so good change. So today we're going to be looking at 4 different activists, and you're going to be completing, this is a giant size one, so you can see, a trading card to the best of your abilities in your expert groups on your activists. So you're going to try your best to work as a group in your expert groups on your person. On the front, you can do like a quick sketch of your person and write your name, but you might not get to that. This is kind of like the most important part because if we have time, we're going to take our trading cards and we're going to come back into our base groups and do something with them in our base groups. But this is really like the meat and the heart of it is your trading cards.
Yeah.
Yes, yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this whole activity, everything we're doing today, relies on us all being strong collaborators. And I know you've had conversations around strong collaboration.
Yeah.
What does strong collaboration look like and sound like and feel like? What do strong collaborators do? We'd love to write a few ideas on the screen over here. What do strong collaborators do? What do you have? What's one idea?
They're open-minded and they listen to other people's ideas.
Open-minded and listen to other people's ideas. What's one idea you have?
They use an accountable talk. They use it like a talk.
Yeah. All those stems up there. So teachers in the room, we could look at those stems and we can listen for them today. Any other ideas for strong collaboration? What do you have?
My name is Sam, and we could come to consensus.
Come to consensus. Thank you.
Ask questions.
Ask question and be an inquirer. Do you have anything you want to add to the list as the teacher in the room with me?
Open-minded, accountable talk, consensus, inquirers. I think my big thing was on them asking questions to work together, but I think we covered that unless you can think of anything else.
No, that's a great list.
Oh, I did think of something. And it kind of relates to keeping an open mind and accountable talk, right? And on our focus of the week for our roar on respecting others and our essential agreement of being kind, right? I just want to maybe connect these right here, right? And add that word kind, since that's something that we're working on too. Now this might stretch our thinking.
Definitely going to stretch my thinking.
I am struggling too, so I'm curious what you can come up with. What might we be looking for in your research skills? What is a good researcher? What does it look like to be a good researcher? What does it sound like? What does it feel like? Logan?
Like lots of people asking questions and being curious.
Good researchers ask questions and good researchers are curious. Anything else come to mind in the group?
You could go on different sites or something.
Yeah, use different resources.
Explore multiple sources. And I forgot to share that. I have created kind of like our inquiry mats. In our Google Classroom, you're going to be assigned a certain activist, right, in your expert group. There is a research mat, and there's going to be 4, but you're going to look at just for your person, right, in your expert group. And there is a bunch of different sources, online sources, videos, Epic, a couple different other things. But you also are going to have maybe some physical books and some articles that you could look at too, right? So there's lots of different sources, yeah.
There are some teachery skills we want to bring up too, some language that we didn't anticipate many of the scholars would come up with. What's one teachery skill that we want the scholars to consider today?
So I'm going to be looking for, and we're going to be all of us lifting up, if we see you utilizing the text features, right? You have some specific questions that we want you to answer on your trading card, right? And so text features might be able to help you find the answer to those questions, right? So looking at our bolded words, looking at subheadings, right? I'm going to put that kind of in a different color. Seeing you utilize the text features to help you answer the prompts on your trading cards. And then another one that we came up with when we were kind of brainstorming, me and Miss Gahn and Miss O'Neill, we were thinking about making inferences, right? So sometimes with your trading card and some of your sources, if it says, what did they contribute to the world or what was their impact? When you read a source, it might not say, this is their impact, right? It's not clearly stated. You have to infer and be detectives, right? And so that's kind of tie with your collaboration skills. How can you infer or read in between the lines? And if you're stuck, working with your group to come up with that.
And we're going to refer to this list throughout the lesson. We may lift things up that we're seeing you do or hear you say, and we'll add to this list. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to give them some space just to dig in,
Let them,
see if they can figure it out. We didn't talk about simmer time.
Yeah.
How comfortable are you?
I'm comfortable in letting them simmer. Giving them time. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Because I feel like I haven't given them that time, right, for the research. So I think they are capable. So I wanna.
Good.
I'm gonna stretch myself.
Me too.
Because I'm definitely
I know.
all the scaffolds. But they are capable.
Good. Good. Don't.
Oh, class. Oh, yes. Whoa, awesome. Put your ohos on Mr. McKenzie.
And then we're also seeing some really good things with collaboration. So over here, we want to add to our list. We saw one group assign roles, didn't we?
Yes.
So that was one strength the group engaged in, is they assigned roles so they can collaborate more powerfully. So we're going to add that to the list too.
Yep.
But let's go back to our expert groups and have them continue researching.
Yeah. Awesome job. Good job, you guys.
Caitlin, one thing I was going to say was some classrooms that value independence, which is what we are valuing today in collaboration, they have strategies kids could utilize when they are getting stuck.
Yes.
Right? And so like Sam, for example, or students that are coming to you for answers to particular questions, what are some strategies like ask 3 before you ask
do that
me?
one, yeah.
We could do a question wall where they have to go write their question on the wall.
Yes.
And then when we do a timeout, we can answer those questions
Questions.
as a class.
Okay.
Who knows, right?
Can I grab a pen really fast?
Some of those
I
strategies.
like the question wall.
Yeah. We don't have to model right now,
Yeah.
but like if we want independent learners, what are some skills they can use, right?
Answer during steps.
Even my prompt with Sam was, Sam, try your best not to answer their questions, but
Yeah.
help them find the answers to
Okay.
their questions. So little things like that just to scaffold independence.
Okay.
Another thing that I would probably do with Sam is like have a check-in and give him some targeted feedback to see if we can extend what he's already done.
Yes, he needs
Right?
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because we know he's going to be the one that gets it done sooner.
Yeah.
So then our feedback is targeted to him. Do you want to go
So
check
should I
in
go
with
check
him?
in
Yeah.
Noah?
Yeah. Well, two things. Can I get all eyes way over here at our screen? All eyes. And I'm going to ask you just to do a little bit of thinking to the collaboration side of the screen. Could you think of one thing on this side of the screen you've done so far in this activity? What's one thing that you've done? And when you have that one thing in your head, could you give me a thumbs up? What's one thing from this side of the screen you've done so far? There's a lot of things to choose from. What's one thing you've done on this side of the screen? One thing I'm seeing a lot of students do is this one in the red. I'm seeing a lot of students collaborate with kindness. And they're treating each other not just positively and respectfully, but they're really helpful. They're suggesting ways to spell words, or they're showing where they found information, or they're sharing some of their thinking. So the kindness in the room, really, really strong. Is this your station, guys?
Yeah.
Can I sit with you?
Yeah.
Who can show me some of their learning? I'd love to see some of your learning. Bring it on over. Can you sit here? What's your name?
Alan.
Alan. I'm T-Mac. It's nice to meet you. Show me some of your learning. What happened here? Could you walk me through?
Yeah, so the time period, he was born March 31st, 1927.
Okay.
And he died April, has his own park and people go in his park.
Yeah. Can I ask you guys a question? Could you bring out your sheets? I'm going to circle two big words, and it's influenced and impacted. Could you guys circle those words too? Influenced and impacted. Those are big words. They're important words. Do we know what they mean? Here, I'll give you your pencil back. Do we know what influenced and impacted mean? Can we take any guesses?
Yeah.
You want to make a guess, Alan? What do you got?
Yeah, so impacted, it means if someone has done something, it is like impacted, but it depends, because if it says impacted the world, that means it's made a change in the world.
Ooh, so let's underline that word, change. It's changed the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then influence means you make someone do something. Well, not
Yeah.
make them, but you try and make them want to do something.
Yeah. Ooh, can you think of another word that means the same thing? You try to make them want to do it. It's a hard question. Can you guys think of any other words? You make them want to do something? I'm thinking of the word inspire. Have you heard that word before?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to put a circle around that word too. And so I'm going to ask Alan, I'm going to ask you to go back to your research and try to find more answers for how your activists inspired people. I like the fact that people went to his park. That's a good answer.
No, because I did the impact.
Yeah. Can you find anything, and not just for Alan, guess what you guys have to do too?
Help
Same
him.
thing. Help him. And then as he finds things, let's add it to our box too. Does that sound good? I think we have like 5 more minutes left. Is that too hard of a challenge, Alan? Okay. I'm going to come back and see you in how many minutes?
I don't know.
Do you have a question?
No.
No?
Probably 5.
I'll come back in 5 minutes? Sounds good. I'll come back in 5 minutes. Go for it. So timing wise,
Yeah.
like we had an hour planned, right?
I mean, they're
And
not
as we
gonna have
thought-
time.
No,
That's okay.
As we thought, right? And it's been super productive.
Yeah.
So we need to keep that. Can you save that?
Yep, I will save it, yep.
And then it'd be nice for them to do a little self-assessment
I
on
would too.
collaboration and research.
They have the sticky notes,
Yeah,
so they can
let's
still
do
do
that.
it.
Let's do
Okay,
that.
let me save that
So,
first, and
yeah.
then I'll come back, and then we can.
Okay, so why don't you do that? Then when we get them back in their seats,
Okay.
we can say some things that we saw that were
Yep.
really good.
Yep. Okay. Awesome. I want to highlight. I think I want to lift up like Sam. I probably won't use his name, but I'll lift up.
Yeah, I'll lift up
like,
something
so-
about
yeah.
feedback
Okay.
and how powerfully and
Yes.
positively it was received without naming his name.
Yeah.
And then before we do those strengths, could you just identify that you're going to pick this up tomorrow?
Yep. Yep.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Good, good,
Let me
good.
save this first.
Cool.
Oh, class. Oh, yes. Okay. So I know some groups didn't get to finish, and we didn't even get to our new structure of the trading card. That is okay. You know that I will be back tomorrow. So tomorrow we will work this into our day, Aiden, tomorrow. So we can have time to finish with our groups and then actually get to that new thing that we're going to add up here to our routines / structures, right, of like trading card, right? So we know how that works. But for now, can you put your attention, on Mr. McKenzie?
One thing that I saw that was there were so many amazing things in this lesson today, so many amazing things. One thing that I saw that was so amazing was I sat with a couple groups and I gave them some really specific feedback. And the scholars I was working with, they were so open-minded to thinking about their learning and using the feedback to take their research even further. And sometimes that could feel hard, but it was so well received by the group when we gave feedback. Scholars in the room used the feedback. It was really good to see. What did you see that was a strength?
I really wanted to lift up, I saw a scholar that really was stretching their thinking and was able to tell me what they did well with research and collaboration skills, and then an area to improve on, and it was around inferencing. And so we looked at their trading card, and we found an area that maybe they could go back and do some more inferencing in their reading. And so they were going back to the text, digging deeper into the reading, and then I was watching them change their answer on their trading card. So some amazing research skills.
Really special. We'd like to finish off with some reflection, and we have sticky notes before us. Does everyone see the stack of sticky notes? Can everyone grab one sticky note and stick it in front of you, and grab a pencil,
Camila.
because we're going to ask you to write your name on the sticky note.
Beautiful. All right, Pumas, now that you have your name on your sticky note, I want you to go ahead and cut your sticky note in half. And I don't care how you cut it with your pencil, you can draw it. Yep. Hot dog, hamburger, vertical, horizontal. And I want us to really think about two things. On one side of your sticky note, can you please write a little small C? What are you going to write? C. Does anyone know what the C stands for? Collaboration. And on the other side, what are you going to write? R. R for what? Research. Can you please write a little baby R? A little baby C, a little baby R. And then I want you to think before you write. And I want you to give yourself a score, looking back up here. And we are going to scale it down. Instead of a 1 through 4, we're going to go for a 1 through 3. A 1, 2, or a 3. A 1 being like the best you feel like, woo, woo, right? 1, 2, 3. How were you today with being a collaborator? A 1, like maybe you didn't really get to any of these
Just
look
starting out.
Just starting there we go.
out.
Just starting out as a
Yeah.
collaborator. A 3 is like you're amazing on top of it. You can teach others how to be a collaborator. Give yourself a score right now under your little baby C. Are you a 1 just starting out? Are you 2 somewhere in the middle, or are you a 3? And then I want us to switch gears and think about you as a researcher and using these things, asking questions, being curious, exploring sources, text features, inferencing. Are you a 1 just starting out? It's okay. Ms. Wamas hasn't given us a lot of opportunity to be researchers, right? Are you a 1? Are you a 3? Like, yes, I'm the best at this. I feel really confident in my research skills. Or are you 2, somewhere in the middle? I want you to do the following. I want you to pass it to your paper passer. Paper passer, once you get them all, can you please walk them to Mr. McKenzie, please?
Thank you.
Walking them to Mr.
Thank
McKenzie.
you so much. Thank you, Ezra. Thank you.
Ojos. Wow.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. You know that I say this all the time. What do you think that I got today? Goosebumps from the collaboration and the research. And I really, really, really want to applaud you and give you my own 10-finger woo, right? Instead of like us doing 10-finger woo to someone, I'm going to give you a 10-finger woo on how you really worked on our focus of the week of respecting others, right? Not only each other, our guest teachers, but yourself in getting your work done. So I'm going to give you your own 10-finger woo. Are you ready? Yeah. Woo! Okay, give yourself a 10-finger woo. Ready? 1, 2, 3. All right, and then I think Mr. McKenzie's going to say something.
Yeah,
and then...
really briefly, just my big thank you to everyone in the room. I've heard such amazing things about you all, and to come into your classroom and work with your teacher and learn from you, and to have teachers in the room, it's really been a special time, and I really want to come back, and I wonder if it's okay if I come back one day. I see some yeses. I see some yeses. Yay. So.